Hello YouTube! Some crimes are the subject of much speculation, so they inspire many books, fictional films, documentaries, and even songs. This time we will talk about the infamous Black Dahlia case. So let's begin. Hope you like it. The Black Dahlia case refers to the unsolved murder of Elizabeth Short, a young American woman who has since been dubbed the Black Dahlia. The case received extensive media coverage and captured the public's attention for years, but the killer was never caught. Who is Elizabeth Short? Elizabeth Short was born in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Boston, Massachusetts on July 29, 1924. She was the daughter of Cleo Short, an entrepreneur with a miniature golf construction business, and Phoebe May. Abandoned by their father in 1930, Elizabeth was raised by her mother in Medford, Massachusetts. She dropped out of school in the 10th grade and moved to Miami Beach, where she found work as a waitress. At the age of 18, dreaming of a career in film, she moved to Vallejo, California to live with her father. They both moved to Los Angeles in early 1943. According to one testimony, she left her father, with whom she had a difficult relationship, to find work as a cashier in an army shop in Camp Cook. She then left for Santa Barbara, where she was arrested on 23 September 1943 for drinking at a local bar while being underage. In July 1946, she left for California, bound for Hollywood with the aim of becoming an actress and to see Air Force Lieutenant Joseph Gordon Ficklin, whom she had met in Florida. In December 1946, she left for San Diego, California, before returning to Hollywood on 9 January 1947. On January 15, 1947, her body cut in half at the waist and drained of blood was found in a vacant lot in Los Angeles. Local resident Betty Bersinger discovered the body at approximately 10 a.m. while walking with her 3-year-old daughter. When she realized it was a corpse, she rushed to a nearby house and telephoned the police. Traces of mutilation were also visible on her thighs, her chest, and on her mouth, which had been slashed from the corner to the ears. These marks and the marks on her wrists indicate that she was tied up and tortured for a long time before she died. The body was washed of blood, and the absence of blood at the site of her discovery indicates that she was murdered elsewhere. Investigation. The autopsy by Frederick Newbar, the Los Angeles County coroner, revealed that the victim had suffered a head injury, but the skull was not fractured. The cause of death was determined to be hemorrhaging from the lacerations to her face and the shock from blows to the head and face. Forensic scientists assumed that the killer had drained the blood from her body in a bathtub or perhaps in a cellar. They pointed out that the cut between the vertebrae was particularly clean, suggesting that the killer had some anatomical knowledge. The investigators deduced that he was probably a doctor or surgeon, but it was also possible that he was a butcher or embalmer. The newspapers reported on the case, but instead of portraying Elizabeth as a victim, they portrayed her as an adventuress with a dissolute lifestyle, a woman who was destined to end up like this. When the police went to Cleo Short's flat, he was very uncooperative, refusing to identify Elizabeth's body or attend her funeral. "I don't want anything to do with this," he he said. So, it was Phoebe who had to go to the morgue to identify her daughter's body, and she was horrified. When questioned by reporters, the unfortunate mother told them she didn't understand. Elizabeth was a good girl who played small parts in Hollywood movies. The investigation lasted for months. Elizabeth Short was last seen on January 9. That evening, Monley had invited her to dinner, then taken her back to the hotel, and never saw her again. In the years that followed, the police followed every possible lead, investigating the alibis of many suspects, some of them famous, such as Orson Welles, the folk singer Woody Guthrie, and Bugsy Siegel, a hitman to no avail. During the initial investigation into her murder, police received a total of 60 confessions, most made by men. Theories. There are many theories about who killed Elizabeth Short and why. The eager involvement of both the public and press in solving her murder complicated the investigation. It also led to conflicting information, conspiracy theories, and irrelevant leads. According to Anne-Marie DiStefano of the Portland Tribune, many unsubstantiated stories have circulated about Short over the years. She was a prostitute, she was frigid, she was pregnant, she was a lesbian, and somehow, instead of fading away over time, the legend of the Black Dahlia just keeps getting more convoluted. Some believe that the killer was a serial killer who had a vendetta against young women, while others think that it was a crime of passion. Some even believe that the murder was part of a larger conspiracy involving the LAPD and other powerful figures in Los Angeles. The Black Dahlia case remains one of the most intriguing unsolved mysteries in American history. Despite decades of investigation, the killer's identity and motive remain a mystery. The case has inspired countless books, movies, and TV shows, and it continues to capture the public's imagination to this day. Who do you think pushed the killer to torture her before killing her? So, this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it, and tell me in the comment your idea about it. And I see you next week for a new video. Goodbye.